Chapter 33. Defying patriarchal pressure. Wealth and position changed Tukoji Rao. After he took charge of Holkar's army affairs, everyone started calling him Subedar. His attitude changed. It was decided initially that the entire administration would be under Ahilya Devi and all the decisions must be taken after consulting her. But Tukoji Rao slowly became unruly. He made certain decisions without Ahilya Devi's consent and they started drifting apart. The misunderstanding began with the entry of Naro Ganesh into Holkar Daftar. After the conspiracy by Gangoba Tatya, Ahilya Devi decided to appoint Shivaji Gopal, her trustworthy employee. But Tukoji Rao, without consulting her, appointed Naro Ganesh. This made Ahilya Devi furious. That incident created a rift between the two. When Malhar Rao was Subedar, after every battle, he used to send the looted money to Indore. From that, 1/4 part used to be sent to Pune to Peshwa, some part was added to Khasgi, and the remaining was used for army expenses. Malhar Rao's attention to detail and specific preferences greatly contributed to the prosperity of the Holkar estate. Ahilya Devi was trained under his guidance, so she expected the same from Tukoji Rao. Tukoji Rao did not follow that method ever. Whatever he looted from different battles, he used all of that for his personal expenses and opulence. He kept asking for more and more funds from Ahilya Devi for the maintenance of the army. Ahilya Devi never liked this attitude of Tukoji Rao. Finally, after spending hours in Daftar, struggling to manage all the expenses, Ahilya Devi decided to confront him. She was in Indore when Tukoji Rao had just returned from the battle in the north. Instead of giving her the money, he was asking for more money from her for the army expenses. Ahilya Devi lost her temper and directly asked him about all the account books. She wanted to cross-check all the expenses. Tukoji Rao knew that if he showed her what she was asking for, the embezzlement would be clearly proven, and he was scared that eventually he would lose Ahilya Devi's trust forever. And as a result, she could even take away all his powers. So he kept avoiding submitting any expense-related documents. Instead, he kept accusing Ahilya Devi of wasting money on all the charity work. Ahilya Devi strictly reminded him that all those expenses were done from Khasgi, and the entire Khasgi money belonged to her, and he had no right to even ask her about that. To overcome that issue, Tukoji Rao decided to take the help of Maharji Scindia. Maharji decided to meddle and visited Ahilya Devi. The initial discussion was normal when unexpectedly he suggested that she should be aware that after all she was a woman, and if Tukoji Rao and Maharji decided, they could take everything she owned by power. With a scathing look, Ahilya Devi told him not to keep any such doubt. If the time came, she would battle them, arrest them, and groom them with elephant-tying chains. She cautioned him that she was more than just a hapless Holkar widow. She was Malhar Rao's brave daughter-in-law. Maharji foresaw the consequences of the scenario and changed the subject before it deteriorated. Just because she was a woman, the typical patriarchal society tried to threaten her and break her. But she was a valiant woman who knew no fear.